Hello. Oh my gosh, this is weird. I'm gonna go big. Vroom. Okay, so the last video was talking about some of the causes of the Great Depression in Europe. Um, Destruction of World War One, especially in Germany, with the whole inflation thing. Then the what is it? The hyperinflation. Okay, U.S. issues. In the 1920s, we're killing it. All of Europe needs stuff, and they don't have anywhere to go to get it, because it's a mess. Okay, Europe is a royal mess. So they're buying everything from us. We are doing so amazing economically. All right. People are making money like crazy. People are getting rich like crazy. It's amazing. Y'all read The Great Gatsby, didn't you? I don't know if you did do this year or if you do as a junior. I don't know. But Great Gatsby, yeah, crazy rich. Everything's awesome. Wonderful. Then something happens. The stock market crashes in 1929. Okay, I explained how the stock market works when we dealt with the joint stock companies, okay, that were created forever ago. Stock, if you remember, and remember we're kindergartening it, okay? This is basic. You'll get a lot more information about this, I think, when you're in economics, when you're a senior. But with the stock market, like what you do when you buy stocks is you're buying a share, you're buying a piece of a business. So if I buy one stock in, oh crap, I don't know, in cups, yes, if I buy one stock in that business, it's like I own 1% of the business. Okay, the math isn't right. Who cares? Don't worry about it. Okay. But if I buy two stocks, I have 2%. If I buy 20 stocks, I have 20%. Again, the math isn't right. Every stock is different, but who cares? Um, so the idea is whenever you buy stocks, you actually own a small percentage of a business, which means if the business is doing well and the business is like profiting and making money, so are you. You're getting like money as a result, okay? But you don't actually get the money. It's in a, I don't know, what's it called? An account somewhere, okay? Until you go and you get your money out, okay? Let's say I have 20% stocks in this. I own 20% of whatever this is, cup business, okay? If they are profiting, they're making money, 20% of whatever they make is going into my account. Yeah? But I don't really have the money until I say, hey, I want to get my money out. I want to sell my stocks to you. I'm going to sell my stocks to you. You're going to buy my stocks and I'm going to get cash. Cash. Okay. And then I'm going to go and, like, I don't know, go to Europe with that cash and go on a cruise in the middle of a quarantine. Whatever. Um, I think I told y'all whenever we first talked about this in like February, like my brother and I don't have student loan debt because my parents took took their stocks and paid for our schooling that way. But you don't actually have the money in your hands until you sell that stock or get that money out. Make sense? Well, in the 1920s, businesses in America are so good that everybody and their dog are getting filthy, stinking rich off stocks. However, some of the bigwigs, the biggest, richest guys, like the Bill Gates of today, okay? Some of the biggest, richest guys back then start going, you know, what do they call businesses? Businesses are doing so good that at some point they're gonna start going down. At some point, nobody's gonna keep buying these because everybody already has them. So what do I need to buy another one of these for if I have 10 of them? At some point, at some point, this business is going to start going down because nobody needs it anymore. So nobody's buying it. If Bill Gates today suddenly sold a crapload of stocks in Microsoft, that's his company. Well, I don't even know if it's his company anymore, whatever. But if he sold a ton of stocks, we would notice. It would be all over the media. Bill Gates sells 80% of his stocks. And everybody would go, what does he know that we don't know? So everybody would freak out and we would all sell our stocks too. Because we'd be like, oh, he's a businessman and he knows what's going on. So we would all copy. Well, in 1929, some of the big wig rich guys, mega rich, millions guys, yeah? The guys who own all the businesses, they start selling their stocks. They don't know anything. They just think that businesses are doing too well and that they should probably go ahead and sell their stocks now. Because here's the thing. Remember with stocks, you get profit if the business is making money. But if this business starts losing money, I lose money in my stocks as well. Does that make sense? Again, if I was in class, I'd be like looking at your faces to see if you're like, or if you're like this. I can't see that. Ah! So if you have questions, because this is complicated and we are just kindergartening it, okay? If you have questions, ask. Yes? Okay. So anyway, a lot of these guys sell stocks and everybody copies. Okay. When people start selling stocks, they're going to the banks and they're getting actual cash out of the banks. Well, the really, really, really rich guys, if Bill Gates today went to a bank, I don't know what banks he uses, just pretend he uses Chase Bank. If he goes to Chase and he's like, I want all of my billions, and they give him all cash for his money that he says he has in his account, is there any money left for us? Me, a lowly teacher who has like $1,000 in her account? He got billions of it out. Banks are like, we just gave Mr. Gates billions of dollars and we got nothing. Huh. There's a run on banks. Let me go little. My little head will make it small. Oh, oops. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, look. There's a run on the banks when some of those really, really, really rich guys pull all their money out of the bank and start stuffing it in shoeboxes under their bed. People freak out. Look, American Union Bank. They all start running to the banks because they're like, if he got his money out, I need to do that too. We understand this right now firsthand. It's the whole dumb toilet paper thing. People started going, oh my gosh, if we're quarantined, I don't have enough toilet paper. So they went and bought toilet paper. Maybe they bought toilet paper for them and for grandma and for their kids. And the next thing you know, everybody's buying 10 things of toilet paper. And the next thing you know, Bob, who's sitting at home going, why is everybody buying toilet paper? Goes to the grocery store next week and is there any toilet paper for Bob? Why not? Because the first people that ran there took it all. That's what's happening with the run on the banks as well. What's going on is the rich, rich, rich guys run to the banks, pull all their money out. Well, then everybody else freaks out and they also run to the banks. Look at all these people. They're like waiting for this bank. Well, that bank runs out of money. And they're like, dude, we don't have any cash here anymore. We've already given it all away. So that bank closes for the day because they don't have any money. So all these people run to the next branch. Okay, y'all, I use Bank of America. There's like what, 2 or 3 branches in Midland. Well, if I can't get my cash out of the one on, what is it, Garfield, I'm going to go to the one downtown. I think there's only 2 of them. I don't know, 2 or 3, whatever. If I can't get my money out, I'm going to freak out, right? Because where's my money? Oh my gosh. Kids always ask, could this happen again? Of course, history repeats itself, but probably not, because here's the thing. These people standing here outside of this bank in 1929 didn't understand. Leave it alone. Bob, who is sitting at home right now with no toilet paper, poor Bob, he has 5 rolls still in his closet, or wherever you keep your toilet paper. Closet? Maybe bathroom closet, whatever. He doesn't need to go out and get toilet paper unless he uses a lot of toilet paper. Bob, be calm. Just wait. Because in 2 weeks, the stores will be replenished and you'll have toilet paper. The same is true here. If I run to the bank and I'm like, I need to get my $1,000 out, I don't have any money. And they say, Sherilyn, I'm sorry. We don't have any money right now. I need to be calm. I don't need to run to another branch. If there's no money in Midland, I don't need to run to the branch in Odessa or Lubbock or here in Denton. I don't need to run around. Just be calm. Wait, because eventually it will get replenished. But see, people were freaking out. And no matter how many times you tell Bob, wait, don't go to wherever, Walmart or whatever, to get toilet paper, Bob freaks out because he only has 5 rolls left. So he runs to get toilet paper. And then there's no toilet paper. But he sees a lady in line and she has toilet paper and he's going to get it. And the next thing you know, all craziness is breaking loose because everybody wants their money or toilet paper, whatever. People are freaking out in America because all the money is being pulled out of the bank. The actual cash is being pulled out of the bank all at once. And on one day in 1929, it's called Black Tuesday, thousands, I would bet it's closer to 1 million people lose all their money. You're like, wait a minute, I thought if you said leave it alone, it's still there. Here's the problem. Today, we have, oh no. Okay, Dad, thank you. Today, we understand and we have computers. Okay? If I go to the bank and they say, oh, Sherilyn, there was a run on the banks, we don't have any more cash to give you. I'm like, okay. I don't have cash. Okay. I never have cash. Just keep using your bank card. The money is still in your account today because it's all computerized. What about back then? Look at this. This is 1929 in this picture. Are there computers? People lost everything. Banks had to close. When you go bankrupt, it means you don't have enough money to pay your bills. When a bank declares bankruptcy, how does a bank not have money? Well, because everyone pulled their cash out. So all of these banks start going bankrupt and all of these banks start like no money and all these people start losing money and everybody starts going crazy. And the people who got their money out first, all they had to do to fix this issue was go back to the bank and say, okay, I'm just kidding. Here's my billions back. I'm just going to keep a few thousand just in case. If we can get the money in circulation again, everything is fixed. It is that simple. The economy only works because money is in circulation. I went to McDonald's yesterday and paid with that dollar bill that you saw in the video. Well, the money that I gave to McDonald's went to pay the lady that works at McDonald's. Then the lady that works at McDonald's, on her way home, went to Starbucks and used that money. Well, that keeps Starbucks up. Well, then they take that money and they buy whatever they buy to what is it? Supply Starbucks. So then they pay the coffee people. Well, then the coffee people are able to buy supplies to farm the coffee. Everything's in circulation. But see, whenever you pull all your cash out and you hoard it and you hide it and you say, no one's going to touch it and I'm not going to buy anything, and it's going to sit in this shoebox underneath a bed, it's not going to get touched. You mess up the whole economy. The money has to be in circulation. That's why right now, during this weird quarantine, you keep seeing all these commercials that are like, get takeout, get Olive Garden to go, get takeout. Because we need the stuff to stay in circulation. In class, I would ask you, does this make sense? And again, I'd look at your faces. If you have questions, ask, because I know once we start talking economy, it gets all complicated and weird and some of your heads explode. I know, I know, I know. But look at this. This run on the bank is just one run on the bank. Y'all, this was happening all over the country. Not in big cities like this, or not just in big cities like Chicago and New York. We're talking in Midland. We're talking in Stanton. We're talking in little places. This was happening too. And some people were getting their $1,000 out, and some people were getting nothing. Even some of the rich people. Some of the rich people in 1929 lost everything they had because they didn't go get their stuff out. They were the smart ones, but they still lost because other people were idiots. And it's not really fair that I say that because they didn't understand that. They didn't really realize that. Hi, Flint. They didn't totally get that at that point. So it's not fair for me to say they're idiots. Today, I think it's fair. But back then, they didn't understand this. Okay? I have several pictures of after this. You see this guy right here, unemployed, buy apples. It's kind of like the German pictures that you saw yesterday where people are just on the side of the road. Look at this $100 car. Oh, I'm sorry. $100 will buy this car. You must have cash. I lost all on the stock market. Guys, if you look at his suit, that's a nice suit. Look at that car. That is an amazing car. This dude was rich. He lost it all. Look at this. It's like a resume. I know 3 trades. I speak 3 languages. I fought for 3 years. I have 3 children. No more work. I just want one job. Look at all these pictures. These are real people. Real people. One of my students just today, I was talking to him in a hangout, and he said, my grandmother? Yeah. No, I don't know. His great grandmother was born during the Great Depression. Guys, you're family members. You have family members that lived through this. That is a real man. He says, work is what I want, not charity. Who will help me get a job? And then he has like his resume. For 7 years, I've been in Detroit, but now I have no money, blah, 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 blah. There's so many of these. I can't ever pick like which ones I want to show you because these are real people. So I just feel like I have to show them all. Again, it's like his resume on him. Wanted a decent job by a decent man, age 37. I have a family. I'm a war veteran. He fought for our country and now he has nothing. He's a native of Chicago. This guy too wanted a job, 44. Here's this guy. It's hard to see, but he has a nice suit on. And then look right here. Look at his cheeks. Do you see how sunken in his cheeks are? He hasn't eaten for a while. Who will help me get a job? I don't want charity. These men are saying, dude, I don't want you to just give me like money. Look at this. This is so sad. Look at that little kid. Why can't you give my dad a job? Look at this. These are some of the soup lines My mom was spying on me behind me. These are some of the soup lines. People are starving. And look at this. Would you wait in that line for soup? Would you wait in that line for toilet paper? Hmm. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. We look at that and we're like, what a heartless woman. Guys, if she can't feed those babies, is it better to go ahead and, I hate saying this, sell them? And look, she's like she's so upset. 4 children for sale. Ugh. It's not like this woman's like, I hate him. It's just so sad to me. It's crazy. A lot of people who lost everything lived in stuff like this. These are Hoovervilles. The Great Depression, this video is getting long. The Great Depression started under President Hoover. Um, Roosevelt's going to take over later, but it starts under President Hoover, and Hoover got a lot of the blame for the Great Depression. And so they call these Hoovervilles. Basically, they're just like shanty towns outside the big cities. It's just trash. Like a wooden, what is this? Like a wooden mess, basically. These are real people, guys. I just want you to see some of these people. Real people. Oh, it's a shanty town. That's like out of order. What is happening with my hair over here? Okay. Here's another shanty. You can just see like the makeshift wood real fast. Look at this. Some kind of cloth on the roof, and he's like holding it down with rocks. These people have nothing. Nothing. There's some of the tent cities were actually better than some of the shanty towns. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm gonna have to stop this video. Because this is a whole nother bit of drama that happens to America right in the middle of the Great Depression, but this video is getting too long. Darn it, I wanted to only have 2 videos for the Great Depression, but it's not possible. So this was a whole stock market thing. And then I will deal with the Dust Bowl in America and how we start to help with the Great Depression. We don't fix it. Everybody always says the New Deal fixed it. No, it's going to relieve some of the pain. So I will stop this video here. Boom. And I will do a third one, even though I don't want to, for the Great Depression, because it's just getting too long. Okay.